Is it easy to get lost in Flashpoint? The maps are so big.
Oh,
Can you just get like lost on that map, or is it really obvious on where to go?
that's a really good question. I guess. Wow. I guess I've never really thought about it like that. I don't think that it is. I think every area is intended to feel distinct. We had some folks play yesterday, and one of the first questions, me, Aaron, and Dion were in the room asking questions, and Dion asked a question like, "Hey, does every point feel distinct? Like, does every area feel like it has its own identity?"
Yeah.
And people said yes, which is how I've always felt playing these maps. And so, I don't think that it is, but I do think, like, just to say that, like, the one caveat I'll have is, I personally feel like every time I play any new map on any game that I play, I have like 3 hours of just like, I didn't even know you could go that way, or like, just like it's that learning curve for any new map. So these definitely have that. I mean, 100%, because they're so huge. They just have that kind of more than other maps. But I don't think it's like a get lost sort of a thing. And we have a bunch of UI for the mode that helps you understand like what point is unlocked and where you should be going at any given time. So like, I don't think that people will get lost, but I do think it will be a long time before they exhaust ways to like learn how to move between points and shortcuts and like what's the optimal strategy to like split the team or not. Like, I think that's the kind of stuff that will take folks a long time, but I don't think people will be like, I don't know where to go. You know what I mean?
Speaking of that, so like, obviously, like, you kind of can expect, for example, a push game, you're going to probably play, if you play it fully with overtimes, 10 to 12 minutes. How long does a Flashpoint game last? Like, what is like a general time you see?
They're actually not significantly longer than our other modes. And there's the caveat I'll give there is it's tuned in such a way that, like, I don't know if we've talked about this, but I'll say it, whatever. The points capture more quickly than they do in Control. And so, we're trying to find that balance between, like, we want matches to be generally and within an acceptable range that's like pretty fast. We're not trying to make 30-minute matches or anything like that. But also we have to make sure the mode plays well and that it feels like you have time to respond if you lose a team fight or whatever. And so right now it's not significantly, different or like much longer than the other modes that we have. But that'll all come down to, once we release it, do we need to tune things in a different way based on what we see. So but right now, don't expect like crazy long matches. It's pretty in line with everything else we do.
Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, because I know some people hear like big map and they're thinking like, oh, this could be a 20, 30-minute map, or you go back to like the length of 2 CP maps and they go 5 to 4. So that's good to know that like it's not the longest of maps.
I will say, if it goes all the way to 5 points, it can be a little bit longer, right? Like it can be long, and like exactly. I think we all think that's cool. It's just like the best matches, or at least in my opinion, are the ones where it's like pretty intense. It comes right down to the end. You think that you've lost, now you think you might win, and like you're having those experiences. Like, that's the stuff that I think would be great. And so I'm hoping that people don't like get too upset if matches are slightly longer in that scenario.
Yeah. Oh no, that's totally fine. I mean, I there's nothing better than like a map that goes, King's Row that goes 6 to 5 down to the last team fight. It's a long game, but it's a very satisfying game. Well, depends what team you're on. Yes, it depends, but
I don't mind losing close games.
I agree.
Maybe I'm weird that way. I mind losing stomps. But like if it's like, hey, we had a really good game, and like, because then I'm just thinking about how I screwed up. Maybe I'm an anomaly there, and most people are thinking about how their teammates screwed up. But like, I love those more intense long matches.
Oh yeah, no, I agree on that.